welcome to Nintendo Ninja News. I'm your host, Chris Dices, and we've had a busy E3 so far, have we? And we know there's a couple more days of stuff, but I doubt there's going to be big news revealed by Nintendo. I think that they've revealed all their trump cards, as you call it. And it's been an interesting sort of presentation because I felt like they didn't really hit it out of the park. But I think they presented the wow factor. And I think that was what the other presentations lacked with Sony and Microsoft. I think Ubisoft probably had the best presentation. I think it was really solid and it was really good. I think with Microsoft and Sony, it was very much, you saw the new Xbox One X and it looked very impressive. It was in 4K, but a lot of the games are available on PC, and there's also other issues about, how many exclusive games will they have, and are really people still, is there a market for 4K? There is definitely with the high-end gamers and that, but it'll be interesting to see what will happen. So, yeah, I think I'm kind of happy about that. I think the presentations were okay. They were fine. Nintendo's one was interesting. We saw a lot of Super Mario Odyssey. That was fantastic. I love the way that the hat thing is used. I love all the different worlds. It feels like more of a risky type game to make. They're really sort of expanding upon the Mario universe, and they're really not afraid to try new things, which I think is great. Other news too, with games next year, new Kirby, which looks good. New Yoshi, which is sort of partly wool and cardboard, which looks amazing again. I think that will be another good game too. There was also Fire Emblem Warriors that they showed off from the Treehouse, which was great. But of course, the big surprise was not one Metroid game, but two. And both of them, well, we only got the the logo of Metroid Prime 4. I think that's all they needed to do and do the old mic drop. I think that got people's attention during the presentation, which was fantastic. It's in development. I'm going to say probably 2019 by the sound of it, or Christmas next year at the earliest. But if it is in development, and depending how far along they are, if it's not enough to do a trailer, then, it could be another year or two. So it'll be a wait. But they are remaking Metroid 2, Return of Samus, which is now Metroid Samus Returns for the Nintendo 3DS. Obviously, there was a lot of complaints about that it's for the 3DS and for the Switch. And I think this type of game, I mean, it could have easily been made for the Switch, but I think it's a good thing to reward all the 3DS owners who probably were waiting for a Metroid game and never got one. And also, too, that I believe that it looks like it fits the 3DS better. The look of it, the artwork, things like that. It looks like something that really was built with the 3DS in mind. And yes, technology-wise, it's pretty poor now. But yeah, it still looks great. It still plays well. And I think, the first rule of making games, I guess, is it fun? What was else that was revealed? So that was mostly all the stuff that was covered. There's other things too that I could go into, but I think overall it was a solid presentation that they provided, but they had the wow factor that I think the other presentations didn't have. I think if the Mario plus Rabbids game was not leaked, that would have been the wow factor. That would have been really like, whoa. That would have been the second wow factor. But it's disappointing when games are leaked, and things like that happen. And yeah, I was happy with it. I'm very happy about getting Metroid in the next couple months. That's going to be great. Next few months when it's out. And Metroid Prime 4, that could be, hopefully it's not Breath of the Wild type waiting. we can get into that and play some cool games. But on the Switch, it's going to look really, really good, I think. And it's great to see that Metroid is finally getting love that it deserves. And hopefully Nintendo will really push it and promote it and trying to find a new generation of fans. So that's my thoughts on E3, but it's not quite over yet. And please do go through and watch all the other E3 videos that I've made. That was tough stuff starting at 2 a.m. And I think I finished around 4:30, about 5 a.m. So it was an hour earlier. So I was quite happy about that. But always fun to do them. And I guess I should see you next time on Nintendo Ninja News.